The first disciples demonstrated exceptional loyalty to God, which translated to a strong sense of togetherness and loyalty to each other. They were devoted to serving others. The first word that comes to mind when I think of Macy Goodman is devotion. Her devotion to serving over 80,000 FFA members, much like the disciples, has created a strong sense of togetherness and has brought us all here together today. Her devotion to God, to her friends and family, her devotion to the FFA, and her devotion to being your 2023-2024 FFA State Secretary has impacted each and every one of us who have the privilege to be in this room right now.
Macy reminds me most of the disciple Peter. In John, Jesus challenges Peter to have a posture of shepherding, which later becomes Peter's message to the church. Much like Peter, Macy leads with humility and understands the significance of pouring into the next generation of leaders who will change the world because of the impact that it had on her and her journey. Since I met her in the 2nd grade, she has been the epitome of loving without saying it, but rather showing it. She embodies what it is to listen well and act with grace. To call her my friend is a privilege, but to call her my sister in Christ is an answered prayer.
So Georgia FFA, will you please join me in putting your hands together and making some noise
for the 2023-2024 Georgia FFA State Secretary from the Bainbridge FFA chapter, my friend,
and my little sister with her retiring address titled, "What Do You Believe In?"
Macy Goodman.
There I was, standing in my childhood home living room, dressed up in my princess dress, crown, and very messy makeup that was taken from my mama's bathroom. I was showing my family that I was in a beauty pageant. I would smile and always be sure to do my princess wave, and sometimes I would even dance. Yep, it was pretty bad. When I was a young girl, it started as pretend beauty pageants and messy makeup. By the time I got to middle school, my perspective started to change. I didn't worry about being in beauty pageants. I worried as I walked to the lunchroom what my friends thought of me. I would constantly contemplate if I had on an outfit that was popular enough, and if those girls were ever going to accept me. By the time high school came around, I wondered what I would look like when I didn't have a boyfriend, a brand new car, or hadn't decided where I was going to college. Now, it's the same concept, but it's Stanley Cups, Ugg boots, Lululemon, TikTok shop, and comparing ourselves to the type of people we see on social media. So, why do we do this? You see, even from a young age, I was a people pleaser. It seemed very innocent then, because why wouldn't an 8-year-old girl want to make her family proud? But when I got older, wanting to please people made me become a person I never wanted to be. I tried to be the person that I thought other people around me wanted me to be, not the type of person I actually was behind closed doors. I was scared of rejection and disappointment. I'm going to give you 3 issues that surround pleasing people. It is impossible to please everyone, and it creates an impossible situation for yourself. Now, let me be clear. Doing nice things to make others happy is a good thing, but living your life just to seek approval of others in order to feel good enough, well, that can be unhealthy. Trying to please everyone means always complying, never confronting, disagreeing, or standing up for yourself. It becomes easy to lose yourself. When we focus on pleasing, we can lose sight of our own values, goals, and personality. It means being afraid to stand up for what you believe in and go after your own dreams. Is your worth tied into pleasing others? Maybe you've come to believe that you have to please others, or they'll reject, leave, or belittle you. Have you created a situation where you feel unworthy or unlovable when you don't please others? I encourage you to be yourself, the best version of yourself. Because so often, those people around us that we are trying to please are doing the same thing to others around them. Have and use your own heart and mind and know what you believe in. One person in my life who is always authentic is my brother, Austin. He's the average sportsman, and what I mean by that is the fish that he caught, that he tells you he caught, was this big, was really about this big. Oh, and that deer that he barely missed, that was a 28-pointer and had a rack 4 feet wide, wasn't really that big. Although my brother loves to tell stories and is the biggest jokester I know, he is always there for the people he loves. No matter what time of the day it is, if you call Austin, he will always be sure to pick up the phone. You see, Austin is not obsessed with pleasing everyone. He's authentic. Authenticity is being true to your values and your spirit. It involves being honest with yourself and others, taking responsibility for mistakes, and acting in a way that is consistent with your true self. Authentic people also accept and embrace their strengths and weaknesses and are not afraid to show vulnerability. Authenticity is not the same as honesty, consistency, or being real. It involves being honest with yourself. Georgia FFA, when we are not authentically ourselves, our true light is dim and cannot shine through. But when we are truly ourselves, we are able to shine our brightest light, which helps us have self-confidence and build valuable connections with those around us. About 5 months ago, I was sitting on the couch with my mom, and we were having conversations with each other. I was home from college for Thanksgiving break, so I wanted to spend as much time with my family as possible. It was about 10:30 that night, and if you know me well, you know I normally go to bed earlier. I was walking to my room to go to sleep, and suddenly I heard my mom say, "Macy, I just saw on Facebook that there's a meteor shower about to happen outside, and we have to go watch it." A meteor shower is an event where a number of shooting stars are observed to radiate from different points in the sky. You see, going outside to watch the meteor shower with my mom seemed like a good idea, but just so you know, I am very afraid of the dark, and my family lives in the middle of nowhere, so that didn't make it any better. Although I wanted to go to sleep, I bundled up in my pajamas and a thick blanket and walked outside with my mom. Me and my mom were standing there in the cold, dark night, and I was terrified. I kept looking over my shoulder to make sure Bigfoot wasn't coming out of the woods, and my mom was constantly laughing at me. It felt like we were out there forever until we saw the first shooting star. It was beautiful. They were popping up left and right. I had never seen something so amazing in my life. You see, in that moment, all I needed to do was believe. I believed that I would see shooting stars, and eventually I did. In some points in our lives, we might find ourselves cold in the dark, wondering if we will ever accomplish our goal, just like I was that night. FFA members, you have to believe. During our year of service, my team and I hosted a variety of leadership conferences. During both of our discovery conferences, I asked FFA members to write down one goal they have and one way that they would refill their bucket. Let's read some of those. One goal I want to achieve is to make the high school softball and basketball team while keeping my grades up. I will refill my bucket by doing things I enjoy and makes me happy. One goal, go to UGA for college. Fill my bucket hanging out with my friends. My goal is to improve and better myself for tomorrow, to keep my eyes on my overall goal, wanting to hug Jesus. I'll refill my bucket by being around the friends and family He blessed me with and working hard. Goal, to win showmanship at Perry at the Georgia State Fair. Filling my bucket, spending time with my family. If you are in the room right now and one of these sticky notes were yours, I want you to know that you impacted me this year. You showed me how important it is to believe in ourselves and our goals, even when the road gets bumpy. I hope you are on the path to achieving those goals and know just how important it is to refill your bucket. Georgia FFA, we cannot be authentically ourselves if we do not know what we believe in. So, I want to ask you, what do you believe in? Personally, I believe in passion. Without passion, we will not have the drive to accomplish anything we want to do. I believe in loving others unconditionally, like Jesus loved the church. John 15:12 states, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you." I believe in loving chicken and cheese quesadillas. In my opinion, no other food in the world can beat a well-seasoned, warm chicken and cheese quesadilla. I believe in listening to others. Everyone deserves someone to listen to them. I believe in independence. I see myself as an independent woman. If I know there is a slight possibility that I can accomplish a task on my own, I will almost never ask someone to help me. But although independence is valuable to me, I also see the light in dependence. Do as much as you can yourself, but have a small, loyal circle that you can depend on, and always be available for others to depend on you. Knowing what and who you believe in and why you believe is important. I believe in passion, taking the time to listen, and never judging a book by its cover. What do you believe in? You see, our beliefs are the foundation, are the principles of our beliefs help with decision making. In challenging times, our beliefs can stand firm and help us through the dark. If we do not know what we believe in, we will not have the drive to accomplish anything we want to do. Georgia FFA members, what do you believe in? I encourage you to have a list of what you believe in, no matter where you're at in life. You might even find yourself cold in the dark, looking over your shoulder to make sure Bigfoot isn't coming out of the woods, searching for what you believe in. When we focus first on pleasing others, we can let the fear of rejection and disappointment determine who we are. Georgia FFA, I believe in your ability to be authentic. Stop worrying about what other people think of you. Have and use your own heart and mind and know what you believe in. Our time here on this earth is limited, so why should we waste our days? In the end, the only thing that matters is the impact and legacy you have left on others around you. Georgia FFA, believe in yourself, believe in others. You just need to believe.
And love like I'm not scared. Give when it's not fair. Live life for another. Take time for another. Fight for the weak ones. Speak out for freedom. Find faith in the battle. Stand tall and above it all. Fix my eyes on you.
Macy Goodman, you have been a special and crucial part of our team with the way you love a routine, always keep everyone on track, and always make sure everyone has what they need. You are an avid lover of trying new things and a perfectly well-seasoned chicken and cheese quesadilla. Your kind Christian heart has inspired me and thousands of other Georgia FFA members to pursue their faith each and every day. Keep being you. Whether it's your love of quesadillas or losing your business cards, we love the one and only Macy Goodman. Teammates for a year, family forever. Love always. Angel, Cindy, Emma, Andrew, Bobby Ray, Ella, and Ian. Ladies and gentlemen, your state FFA secretary from the Bainbridge FFA chapter, Macy Goodman.